Ye, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the damn street. This is PBNN Point Black National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because we come with the facts, the crackbacks, the boom bip to the line ass lips, and therefore, this is what we must do as we go to catching up on much of the news today. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we always have that online. It doesn't matter what they think or what they say and what they do, because they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Even when we look at the whole situation with the border, we see the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We see the same thing. All that was a part of the plan in order to make it what it is. You know what I'm saying? We see even Chip Roy, you know what I'm saying, Texas on Wednesday, erupted during an interview, calling that nigga a son of a bitch. And really that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's a follow fashion, do as they say, stupid ass idiot, you know what I'm saying, that I've ever seen they put into a position of Homeland Security. So that actually gives us a good look at the plans of the demon Democrat when it even comes to, what I'm saying, the United States. You know what I mean? Anytime he has to come out and curse like that, we have to look at that. But Roy, what I'm saying, Andy Hart, what I'm saying, told, the KSC News about this. Biden them knew about this and did nothing, wasn't doing nothing with it, about it at all. You know what I'm saying? You know? What would he be doing on a campaign trail, you know what I'm saying, where he's saying that we have an open border policy compared to many other nations on planet Earth, number one. And number two, you bring them in, you make these people come over the border, rushing into the country, because you invited them in 100 days to get to the border, you know what I'm saying, 100 days to get to the border. If you're still being coyotes and cartels, that to me is working for the Biden administration and the demon Democrats as a whole, and the deep state and whoever else. It could even be, you know what I'm saying, big tech, you know what I'm saying? So we see where we're really looking at one of the stupidest presidents and regime and administration, you know what I'm saying, that we have ever run across. You know what I'm saying? And the accusations mounts every day from what we see. It's mounting up every day. And it's not showing any form of goodness in itself based on our country. The only person showing that is Donald J. Trump. When we look at it, when we look at it, we even see one coming in off the Fox News when Nancy Pelosi, you know what I'm saying, repeatedly urged White House audience to clap. That's an applause line. You know what I'm saying? She up there looking like Nuga Noggin and telling the people to clap at something. Why would they clap at you destroying their country? Is the part that they need to ask Nancy Pelosi, since you're so interested in, applause. You know what I'm saying? But we see the Pelosi nudge a similar audience to clap during her remarks on the IRA, you know what I'm saying, at the White House last year. You know what I'm saying? But we see the former nutcase House Speaker Nancy Pelosi Danze, struggle to drum up, support amid her remarks about the I guess it's called the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA. You know what I'm saying? Remind me of the Irish Republic Army. You know what I'm saying? You know, the resistance on Wednesday, insisting the audience should clap throughout certain parts of the speech. Yeah, of you destroying their country, probably. It seemed like that's how the votes went in all ways. You know what I'm saying? And nobody have time to sit here listen to Nancy Pelosi Don say, you know what I'm saying, anymore. But we see another story coming in here that really doesn't make much sense, but I had to bring it up. It is a story of Lucy, I guess her name is Libby, Ledby, guilty, you know what I'm saying, in no and neonatal nurse murder 7 babies in the hospital, cots as they fought for life. You know what I'm saying? Well, when it comes to her nut, you could look at her and see she's a nutcase just looking at her. You know what I'm saying? And you can see how she was doing the work of the beast in all ways. She deserves to be put where she put, you know what I'm saying, indicted on guiltiness, which she was charged, and now she can fight for her life. You know what I'm saying? But the Trump indictments, you know what I'm saying, the Trump indictments, the former president, the Trump indictments, the president of the United States, not your former, fuck your former, played a dangerous game with black people, and now, not with dangerous game with black people, and now his numbers up analysts. After years of trying to convince black voters, he's worth his he's worth the effort. A group of superstar black uh, legal professionals, including Fannie Nutcase ass Wills, may be the ones to ultimately take him down. No, 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 you got that wrong. The reason why they're in the mix at all is because they have signed the contract or whatever the bullshit they have with the demon Democrats. Because they know full well what they're doing. Each one of these people that you just mentioned, Alan Braggs, Fannie Wills, and many others, know exactly what they're doing. This is not rocket scientists here to see a clear vision that they want to destroy Donald Trump because if he gets in office, many things that Hillary did and Obama did, Michelle Obama did, Obama himself, and many others in that little group that they have going all the way to Bush Donkey Jr., his father, and many other demon Democrats for 47 years have engaged in, you know what I'm saying, to destroy this country, along with the corporations, movie stars, all type Disney, all types of these motherfuckers have choose to even level us down to where they're sucking money from us through the games they play even off your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be aware. But we see Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Wills has taken Georgia from being the last piece of the puzzle in Donald Trump's, the President of the United States, you know, saying Donald Trump's claim to having won the 2020 election. He did win the 2020 election. This is the funny part about the whole thing. He did win. That was the part. Because for you to consistently go after him in the matter of saying that he said that he won the 2020 election, you know what I'm saying, to being the counterpiece of the latest legal troubles does not make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because for him to say that he won the election and the election was shady, first of all, he had to have known something. That's the most obvious point. Number two, you know what I'm saying, whenever a person calls cheat, there's usually a full fledged, all out recount And it takes a while to even do that. That wasn't done. Same as we saw with Corona, the nutcase virus done by the Demon Democrats. We didn't see many of the protocols that were supposed to be in there that was not done. Same thing we saw with the rushing and the so-called Demon Democratical chumped up plan to create an insurrection. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see many protocols. Again, you know what I'm saying? Too many protocols was not put into place. Too many protocols were not called into place, and many other things were not, in its proper perspective based on what they're trying to say it is. Now, when we go to even the phone call that you said he made to Mr. Rappenberg or whatever his name is, Fannie Wills is basing most of her claim on that phone call. Now, that doesn't make any sense again. Many of the protocols are not being put into place, so we know full well, what I'm saying, what is happening. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, claims have, he claimed he won the thing and he became the centerpiece on Tuesday. Trump and 16 other uh, defendants in this matter, you know what I'm saying, as we see, bring this up a little bit, there's 16 others, you know what I'm saying, in this matter, I guess were indicted on their bullshit claim. You know what I'm saying? Well, we see 16 other defendants were hit with 96 pages indictment with 13 new state counts, which is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? These range from trying to pressure Georgia officials into a scheme to overturn the first thing about it is Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you say. The Georgia would not have overturned the election. There's no way that Georgia would overturn the election. Even if it was the last state looking for the winning vote. You know what I'm saying? It still does not show the protocols or the overstanding in which you are saying that it is. Even to bring it to a racketeering and RICO act that you claim that you're bringing cannot stand on the evidence of a phone call. So Fannie Wells need to really take that phone call out of her case because it's not looking too good. The reasons being is if a president calls to another state and asks the state or whoever friend he has in that state, the Rappaport, whatever position and so on, you know what I'm saying, he has a right to do that. Now, he can he you say you have 16 others who were hit with a 96-page indictment, ranging from trying to pressure Georgia officials into a scheme to overturn the election. That wouldn't have did no good. You know what I'm saying? In a linked list of charges ranging from violating the RICO racketeering, that is bullshit act because that's not what that is. Statute it to uh, uh, co- uh, coercing public officials into line to for great even conspiracy, forging, I guess for even conspiracy, whatever they're talking about, to impersonate an office, officer to try to hack the machines. You know what I'm saying? But how you know that had anything to do with Trump? Where's the connection? The phone call is something different because the phone call is just him talking to another person. But from what you saying that he said, does not hold any ice in court. You know what I'm saying? You can't even come up with that, and then you're talking about racketeering and all this different bullshit, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? There is no way for them to have overturned an election that was already destined to be cheated through schemes, games, and pawns. There is no way. So while other people are playing chess, These suckers are playing checkers. While everybody's playing checkers, these suckers are playing chess, although never very popular with the black folks. He ain't got to be popular with the black folks. You know what I'm saying? Because the black folks ain't even popular with the black folks. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You're not, what do you mean popular with the black folks? Was it a racist, jokish statement? You know what I'm saying? He's not the black folks that you're talking about are not popular with the black folks who have some goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? The latest with Trump is the far departure from a hope he promised the black people, the black community. He spent his 2016 campaign and subsequently White House tenure talking about how much black people could benefit from his leadership. You know what I'm saying? He claimed, and he's right. You know what I'm saying? That black that black unemployment was the lowest in history under the tenure, you know what I'm saying, and then had a much polarized meeting with black uh, panelists in Michigan to talk how much he's done for black people. He even boasted that his executive orders increase federal funding, you know what I'm saying, for the HBCU. You know what I'm saying? What the hell do you have to lose? He asked. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, Trump's gamble with the black people don't result to much. Fast forward a few years and Trump still finds himself playing the game with black voters. A the peculiar thing is that Wills represents just one of several black number on the on a slow spinning roulette wheel for Trump. And as a known house always, well, no, it ain't. To me, in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying, black folks is lost. They have not done any of the leadership that you see in government right now that's going after this man, to me, have never done nothing for the black community. Period. They've sat up there, collected a check, become stars, shining our face with all these award shows, bullshit, and we still haven't seen a full result to black folks. Black people are still dying in the street. Black people are still dying from homelessness. Black people are still dying from hunger. And many other, and now you are forcing another group of people in, and you giving them everything that you possibly can, but some is, some isn't. You got them sleeping on the street, pissing in the street, shitting in the street, creating a great health crisis. You know what I'm saying? You putting the minds of these people that you helped them when you didn't. You really using them. You know what I'm saying? In order to create a whole new country, but you're going to create a whole new crime scene as well. You know what I'm saying? There are now 4 criminal indictments, pending Trump's pending against Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, Trumpy Bad Baby, who, by the way, is also still running for the president of 2024. Yes, that's right, and he should keep on driving too. You don't stop. You know what I'm saying? When you drive forward, you know what I'm saying, Trumpy Bad, when you ride, and you know what I'm saying, out there on the old west, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, once you start that charge, you know what I'm saying, you don't back off that charge, you keep that charge going. You know what I'm saying? You drive, especially when you see that stampede, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep the stampede. Sometimes you got to turn the stampede, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't going to stop running till they hit the river, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? By comprehension, the President of the United States, the former President Richard M. Nixon, was in much trouble in the Watergate scandal. Oh, the Watergate scandal. Oh, yeah, Mr. Richard Nixon, Mr. VOC destroyed the black community, bring it at the party, to bring it the chemicals to do it. You know, he was also never convicted. Oh, of course not. You know what I'm saying? He was what? A demon Democrat. He resigned from his presidency in August 8, 1974. And I was there when he did that. And I saw what he said. And I saw him say all of that. And was, pardoned, listen to this, He was pardoned by his successors. You know what I'm saying? Gerald the Nutcase Ford. You know what I'm saying? This is the way the game is played. You see, this is why they're going after Donald J. Trump, because Donald J. Trump is putting the ice in their motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of black ass, dumb ass niggas that are in the politician world, the entertainment world, the rap world, and so forth, and we can keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Ain't fooling nobody. You don't think for us. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that straight. Joining Trump in his political, tempest is his lawyer and former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, a one-time federal prosecutor who took down the mafia in the city. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, using the same RICO laws being weighed against him and John Eastman after Trump lawyer who allegedly drew up a plan for the former nutcase ass vice president to overturn the election result, which favored, favored creepy ass Joe Biden. Others include Mark Meadows and, Kenneth Cheeseborough, Jeff Clark, and the host of other Trump uh, cronies. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe none of that bullshit you just said. All that shit sound like propaganda, wordplay, and a whole bunch of scheme and shit that you claiming they did, when they could have been simply just checking to see what was going on. You could weed Mike Pence out because he ain't nothing but a nut. You know what I'm saying? But the indictment is a hat trick of sort for Wills, who is the first woman to sit in the district attorney chair in Fulton County. How do I do that? And one of few African Americans to ever hold a position. How do I do that? They always pull out the black card, don't they? In the state, the Howard University, how did I know that? You know what I'm saying? Emory Law graduate was blasted by Trump in the campaign and calling her a part of a fraud squad. That's right, and he is right, along with Manhattan District Attorney Bragg Nutcase ass in New York. State Attorney General Letitia every single one. He's Jack Smith, you know what I'm saying? A special counsel appointee to go after Trump. And even, attorney Mary the Nutcase Garland. Every single one of these people are demon democratical, which you at the end of the F, you get demon craft to the word demon, Democrat, you know what I'm saying? Same you could do with democracy. You know what I'm saying? And these people have been preaching this shit for a long time, breathing down the mouths of black people a whole bunch of lies. You know what I'm saying? And they're running right along with it. But what the question we have to ask about all these people that I mentioned, what have they done for the American people? I don't really see. We see Letitia James and they do a few things here and there and do a little screaming and go after certain people, but they're not really doing anything at all for the black community, really. You know what I'm saying? Because the black community have suffered from their ancestors' legacy, you know what I'm saying, or their ancestors' plight through slavery. You know what I'm saying? And we still don't see that. So Donald Trump do still have a point as to what the fuck you got to lose. Because you have never, you even going all the way back up to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and many other civil rights leaders that led the way, all the way from slavery to now, and even coming through slavery as a whole. You know what I'm saying? To now. Legacy will be lost by these black dumb jackasses running around here doing stupid shit in order to save Obama, Hillary Clinton, and many other politicians for pedophilia and blood sacrifice, drinking blood out of skulls like, and stupid shit, still doing the caveman shit. You know what I'm saying? And the nastiness. And when we see Antifa up there with the disease and shit, this is a part of their Neanderthalic caveman type of behavior. You're just looking at it in modern times. So you have to start to wise up. You know what I'm saying? But we see Will's investigating of Trump, centered on if her whole case is centered on a phone call in which he he was heard. Listen to this: propaganda and hearsay. They bringing this in court as a charge. And it's centered around this. But we see where they heard attempting uh, 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 to, I guess, grade, grade or whatever you want to call the fucking word you get asked. The Georgia Secretary of State not into changing the 2020 election results. How the fuck was he gonna do that? How is he gonna change the results? You know what I'm saying? But the Georgia is the same slate in which Trump allegedly tried to use 16 fake electors to sign a document that would give him the need it would give him needed electoral votes to win the presidential election. That still doesn't make any fucking sense. What is he talking about? That wasn't going to happen, and that's not a charge. You know what I'm saying? That's another stupid one. You know what I'm saying? At least 8 of them have received immunity in the probe. The 8 of them. The real electorate included former, listen to this, you know what I'm saying, included the gubernatorial candidate Stacey Adams, you know what I'm saying, Stacey Adams, and Representative Stacey Adams, y'all serious? You know what I'm saying? And Rep. Nikema Williams, both black Georgia political figures. You know what I'm saying? His alleged attempt to, uh, alleged attempt at uh, screening or whatever the election results also came at the expense of 2 state election workers, you know what I'm saying, Shay Moles or Ruby Freeman, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust them word no more than I can see them. Sorry to tell you that. Like I said again, many black people do things and they're basically on the take with the demon Democrats because they don't understand who the fuck they dealing with. So while they are fighting to uh, keep out the Republicans and make sure that the demon Democrats, they don't know they're just fighting to save their asses because, you know what I'm saying, they probably still, Hillary Clinton, Obama, and the rest of them probably still wearing ankle bracelets to all that pedophilia and nastiness shit they did, you know what I'm saying, going back a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Right in our face. I don't know, and I don't care whether it's Photoshop or not. I know they were doing these type of sacrificial over here. So they're not fooling anyone. This is why the deep state must be exposed in all ways. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. You know what I'm saying? Even when we look at that, you know, when we look at even these 2 candidates, they talk about state, Ruby and all that. I don't trust none of them. You know what I'm saying? Who are black and endured racist threats. They say, you know what I'm saying? Because black people were in the whole scheme and the plot of keeping creepy ass motherfucking demon Democrat blood sucking Obama and the rest of them out of trouble because it was said by the FBI agents that they did not want to interfere even in the investigation with Hillary Clinton because it would interfere with the election. But now you are doing the same thing to Trump. So we see where you're going, and then you're basing the whole shit off of a phone call that holds no water in court. Because where's the phone call that you should be playing for the American people to hear right about now? Since your case is based around that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Trump did not sit, silent about the investigation calling Wills out of control and the indictment as a witch hunt on the true social media, you know what I'm saying, platform. But Wills, you know what I'm saying, blanked the notion that anyone is trying to frame him. Yes, you are, nigga. Fuck is she talking about? Yes, you are. Because none of the cases based towards creepy Joe Biden other than the fact that you're going after Trump. And the only reason, and the worst thing about it is, now we're beginning to see how deep this corruption in the Democratic Party and administration really goes. So the rabbit hole is really deep, deeper than the American people know. You know what I'm saying? So we could go on and on with all these 15 different bullshit shit she's talking about, but it ain't weighing in on nobody at all.